Guys, I want to quit my job. I want to quit my job so bad. Like, you mean to tell me that this is supposed to be the rest of my life? No. You mean to tell me that every day for the rest of forever, I'm supposed to wake up, drive into work, and get yelled at by strangers for shit I didn't do? And I'm supposed to accept that? No, couldn't be me, not gonna happen. Oh my God, I hate it. You know what? I'm gonna get a new job. And that new job, I'm gonna be a caterpillar. I'm gonna be a caterpillar, I'm gonna live on a leaf, and I'm never gonna have to explain how to do things that someone could just Google ever again. Why am I here? Literally, my job, just Google it. That's my whole job. Just Google it.
Wait a minute, Colleen. Quit your job? No, Colleen, don't do that. That's the patriarchy talking right there, sister. That internalized misogyny is coming out strong in this, Queen. No, you have been liberated. You are strong and independent. You are now married to your job. Way better than have a man. This is exactly what womanism did for all of you, queens. You threw away the chains of oppression of being a stay-at-home wife. You got a career now. You can get up just like men do. You can be a hard charger just like every man out there can be. This is the life, sister. Isn't this what all of you queens wanted? Isn't this exactly what men were oppressing all of you from having? You got the dream now, sister. That's right. From now until you retire, you get to get up early every day, going to work, and deal with a bunch of people who are just gonna yell at you and get in your face. So why the complaints? This is exactly what men were oppressing you from. Wait until she becomes a homeowner, then she'll know what real suffering is all about. I mean, for all of you ladies out there who said that you could do whatever man can do, this gorilla is cheering you on. You all got this. Go out there and slay, queens. Get that promotion. Put in those long hours. Show them that you are a part of the team. Before we move on, I want to bring attention to the fact that 79% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. Come on, fam. You've seen my logo on other channels, and you're already here. Please hit that subscribe button and support the channel. It really helps out. Moving on.
I know we've already been talking about this for a long time, but like working really just feels so unnatural. Like for 40 hours a week, someone else is telling you that you can't sleep, can't eat, you have to ask to go to the bathroom or like let someone know that you're going to the bathroom, and like you're just living under all these rules for 40 hours a week. That's crazy. That's the whole week. And you think like, oh, you have 8 hours on, like 12 hours off. No, you don't. You come home at 5:30. If you want to go to the gym, you get home around like 7:30 if it's a quick workout. If you really push it, it's like 8. Then you gotta cook dinner. Then you gotta clean up from working. And then you go to bed and wake up at what? 7, 6, so that you can go back to work for 8 hours a day. And then have 2, maybe 3 hours to yourself afterwards. And I realize this is a conversation we've been having, but can we keep having it? Because like until something changes, this is actually
Fam, am I the only one who noticed that he put up there in big bold letters, "We are working our lives away"? No, correction there, Colleen. Men used to be working their lives away. You used to be able to stay at home. But now you're complaining because you have a full-time job? Oh my, you have to go and work 40 hours a week at a job that you're being paid for. And you have to do what people tell you. Yeah, that's what a job is. Then she complains about how she has very little time for herself. You know what? If this gorilla is not crazy, when women were stay-at-home wives, they had a lot more free time. I mean, yes, they had to maintain the house, clean up, and take care of the kids. But they also had bigger breaks. I mean, they basically dictated their own pace. They dictated their own schedule. But now they're all strong and independent, totally empowered, hard-charging boss babes, going out there and making that money, and now they're complaining about it. And thanks to social media, they're putting up videos saying that something has to change. Something has to change like what? You want to go back the way it was, where you could stay at home? I mean, sorry, Colleen, it's one or the other. You either dedicate yourself to a job or you dedicate yourself to your husband and family. You really can't do both. But then again, we're in the era of lonely fans, so she may have a third option. Moving on.
I hate to be one of those people that like cry on the internet, but I just want to be as real as possible and as as vulnerable as possible, so people can stop glorifying it. Like a lot of people in my comments will be like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you. Like, keep going. You're such a hustler." And it's like people don't understand how much work it is and how tiring it is on your body, mentally and physically. Like, I still haven't got out of the bed for this one. I'm only getting up to use the bathroom. And it's because I'm so tired. I don't have the desire to even cook for myself or to even put myself a meal together. Like, I'm just so drained. I can't even explain it. Like, I can't even explain how I feel. I'm just so drained. Like, I don't even want to eat. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be able to lay here. I wish I could just
break yourself, fool!
Oh, that is rich. She doesn't want to be one of those type of people that cries on the internet while she cries on the internet. And she is tired and exhausted and just wants to lay there. Let me guess. You want to garner sympathy because you have to work. Tell me something, Colleen. When your womanist movement was going out there and telling all these women how oppressed they were and how men were holding them down by not letting them go work a full-time job, did you see any of the men cry and complain, saying they are exhausted and tired of working 40 hours a week and putting it out there? I know you could say, well, that was before social media happened. True, but there were other things like magazines, radio, there was TV, there were other means, but you don't see a whole lot of that. Why? Because men didn't complain about their situation. I'm sorry, ladies, I'm not saying men are better than you. I am saying that men didn't mind sacrificing themselves for their wives and their children because they were built for that. But all of you, all of a sudden, have the chance to work a full-time job and you're complaining about it, crying about it, wanting people to feel sorry for you. I guess that's why this gorilla isn't really loved amongst most women. I don't cry, I just audit.
sleep. And it's like, I don't know. I feel bad because I feel like I'm finally seeing the effects that people were trying to warn me about. And I just want to be delusional and ignore them. Like, oh, I'm fine. I can keep going to work. I can keep doing this. I'm just going to do it for a little bit until I reach a goal. And it's like, I don't even know if I'll reach that goal at this point because it's taking such a big toll on my mental health and my physical health and my body. Just it feels like it's breaking down. My legs are always sore. My arms are always sore. Cuts all over my hands and everything. And I'm just so tired. I can't even explain it. I'm so tired on multiple levels. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Are we done here?
Oh, she is so tired she doesn't want to talk about it anymore, and she has cuts on her hands and exhaustion from working those long hours. Hold up a second, Colleen. I have to ask, how many times have you heard men of any racial background, whether his skin pigmentation is white, brown, black, yellow, red, doesn't matter. Those men who have taken the jobs that do a lot more than cutting your hands up. Those men who go down to the mines. Those men who are on offshore drilling. Heck, those men who wake up before the sun is even out to go out there and collect the garbage. Or go down into the sewers to make sure that the water's running. You don't see those men crying. You don't see them complaining. Ladies, let me tell you a little secret. When those men do those jobs, they don't do those jobs thinking, oh, I'm going to oppress a woman by doing this. Oh, I'm going to hold a woman down. I'm going to make sure she has less rights than I do. They don't think about any of that. What do those men do? They say, hey, I have to do this because my wife and my children need me to do this. Yes, they will sacrifice their health and years of their lives for the opposite gender that they married, who believes that they're oppressed and who believes that they deserve better, and put it for 70% plus of that divorce rate. All I have to say to a queen like this who cries like this is there are millions upon millions of men out there who are just going to say to you, cry me a river, sister. Moving on.
Working a 9 to 5 is the biggest scam out there. The biggest scam. How the f you want to sit here and tell me that I work every day of my life, every day, but I still don't have enough to pay my bills? How? And before you say, oh, get a better job, I have had 4 jobs. 4 different, completely different type of jobs. All different pays. And how are you going to tell me none of those 4 jobs could pay my bills? How? Working for people is scamming, bro. A scam. But then, you know what? There's drug dealers and scammers out here sitting on their living their best life. When I don't have time to go do anything fun. When I don't have the money to go do anything fun. I am so tired of working for people. It's not even funny. Like, I swear to God, if somehow I win the lottery, get a scratch off ticket, some shit, and get like 10 bands, honey, I am quitting my job and I am starting my own business because I am so tired of working for people. Like, dead ass. Like, people need to be more aware of how much a 9 to 5 is a scam.
Show of hands for everybody who knew. Bingo.
For real, Colleen? A 9 to 5 is a scam? You don't say. And on top of that, you work these long hours and you still can't pay your own bills? Whoa. I can tell you right now that 99.9% of my male viewers will listen to this and say, oh, imagine working a 9 to 5 job, 40 hours a week, and not just do you have to pay your own bills, you also have to pay child support and alimony. And if you miss any of that, your passport gets revoked. You'll be considered behind and in debt by the state government. And if you fall behind enough, guess what? You're going to have these shiny new bracelets that the local law enforcement is going to come around to fit you for and put you in a brand new cell, if you're lucky, with some huge dude named Bubba looking to make you his new bestie. I mean, cry me a river. I mean, you Queens wanted this. You got it. This is why men feel little to no sympathy for women who complain about having a full-time job. You only have to have a full-time job. You're not legally liable to pay someone else for the privilege of having married them and have had children with them. On top of that, imagine having a full-time job and after going through family court, you're being told, all right, all this stuff that you worked for years, yeah, half of that is going to go to your ex-spouse to include the cars in the house, and you still owe more money. Talk about a scam. No, working a 9 to 5 is not a scam, honey. Ask any man who's been divorced. I honestly think that the majority of my male viewers will say, hey, you mean that family court is a scam? Or it can be perceived that way. By the way, sweetheart, having a full-time job is not the hardest thing out there.
A literal scam. It is nothing but a scam. And I'm sorry about my lisp. My tongue ring is still healing. But it's a scam. It's a scam. They make you do all this work. You're overworked. They don't care. They'll replace you in a day if like something happens. They don't care about you. They just care about their shit. That's why it's a scam. You don't get cared for. You get overworked. You make no money. You're still stressing. It's ridiculous, bro. And then they want to talk about inflation and shit. But then what we get paid doesn't reciprocate to inflation. So they want to raise everything prices up here, but we're still getting paid down here. So what does that mean? We have to work a ton more. And then we might hit what we need. No time off, no time for fun, no extra money, still stressing, or you might not even make it, you know? Yeah. Working 9 to 5 is a scam, and it needs to be talked about and stopped, because this is...
Oh, the world owes me a living.
Scam, 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 scam. We keep hearing that word scam. I'm sorry, Colleen, but men have been saying that working a full-time job is not all it's cracked up to be for a long time, for decades. Well before women's lib. Hey, you don't know what you're getting yourselves into. But what were men told the whole time? They just want to hold women down, oppress them, and keep the patriarchy going. Well, now that you're part of the system, you're complaining? Oh, well. Oh, what can I say other than, hey, you got what you wanted. Here's the thing, sweetheart. Why is it that when men said it for a long time, the womanist movement used everything that men said as some kind of counterintuitive message from the patriarchy and said that men were oppressing you from all of this? I'm sorry, but this gorilla just looks at the whole thing and thinks, it kind of reminds you when you tell a kid, hey, that's hot, don't touch it, you're going to burn yourself. And the kid thinks, I'm going to touch it anyway, and once they burn their fingers, they're crying through their mommies. Yeah, same difference. The other thing is that you ladies took this like 1,000 steps further and you're dealing with it. But I have to say, the W here is that no men were blamed for this whole thing. This is all on all of you Queens. I usually would end with a joke, but I believe that it's a tragic comedy at this point.
Now that's a lot of damage! I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.